Hey guys, tune thy ear and listen in on this, okay? I'm going to try my best to link all these stories together at one time, and you'll know what I'm talking about as you hear. All right. So what we're doing is this the roundabout way of all these stories is about conflict. Conflict. Okay. There is like the outside world, and then there's this inside world of spirituality. And one of them is just wanting to break through, and the other one is trying to say, I don't want you out there. I want you to keep you at bay. So this is this idea. This is how it works. So at the beginning of these stories, we get Moses being born, and there's a decree out to kill all male children because at one time they've said that this population of these Jews are going to go over, all right, and they have them there in captivity. So they're in a situation where they say, well, let's put a decree out, and all the male boys got to get killed, and all the girls will be fine. All right. Well, Moses escapes this. He's not even called Moses yet, but the whole idea is that he is set out adrift out on the water. All right. And who grabs him but some woman? The woman, the wife of the Pharaoh, grabs him, and this is a situation she didn't have to procreate with him. She said that this was given to her by God. All right, isn't this? It's one of the little Jewish children. So, and this is and raised as her own. Okay, now that's the way it is now. Moses is going to wind up taking over from the father, not taking over. He wants his thing is, I want to be free of you. Just like with Abraham. Abraham wakes up one morning. He's, Abraham, time to get out of your father's house. This is the same thing. Has a little problem. He's wanted to take over from his dad. And goes and breaks up all dad's things and stuff like that, and takes off on his journey. But this is this whole point of it's time to get over. Someone's going to take over from the other side, but it's going to take some work to get there first. And that work is the 40 days and 40 nights most of the time. It's Jesus in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. It's the idea of the traveling. The traveling. This is trying to change your mind. It's about this traveling business, trying to go from the Western way of thinking, which is an outside approach to things, to a spiritual way of thinking, which is Eastern. So we try to move from west to east, trying to catch the rising sun. And in the rising sun, all these things, they all are symbolic of you. All right, so here we are again. This meditation situation is where you, the mind, the body, the physical side of us takes on this chance that let's go and meet God. Let's do this, do what we're supposed to do, sit down in meditation, and we will raise our thoughts above the lower mind, and we'll try to reach this God. Now, this is this internal journey that we're talking about. You have to come against Father, and the only way that you can do that is to go inside and turn yourself into a child. This is where the Moses story starts off. He's a baby and he's floated in the water. And in the midst of the water, does his mother pick him up and out of the water? That's the way these stories go. And this is the inside version of these stories that's all playing out through symbolism. And so the next time we hear about him is he's killed himself a Egyptian, and there was 2 witnesses that watched this. So this is a meditation. The whole story is a big meditation story. So and it's like, oh, are you going to kill us too? And he says, oh no. So he's running because now his life is being sought after by his father. He wants to get the hell out of there. And he's got to go about how to stop this from happening. I want to give my people. I'm going about my people. And so the story is running around in circles here. Is that here he is now. He wants his back. All of these stories are about that, you know, about relieving the lower mind of its trouble by taking it away from them. And so all of this is about the lower mind being connected to the higher mind. And that's the takeover, and that's the inheritance, that you get this land. You know, it's not this land, that land. You inherit, you know, you're taking over from the Father. That's the whole point of all these stories. All of them are about that. And it echoes true with this way of meditation, that it frees you. It takes the evil away. It takes the devil side. It takes the lower side of us away. And then it feeds us with a better mind, a lower, you know, a more level mind. This balance in our cross is what we're supposed to do. All right. That wasn't so hard, was it? Or was it? No. There's always this decree. I'm not going to give in to myself. We are our worst enemies. And when you come find out, you know, all this stuff is right inside of us. Everything, all of it. It's right there inside of us. And it's just a matter of way we think and how we view things that can set us free in the long run. All right, chat with you soon.